Who does not love breakfast for dinner, or lunch, or any other time of the day? Hey everybody, welcome back to another Geek Food Friday, and today we are making a Super Mario inspired breakfast celebrating the release of Super Mario Maker. That video game is the inspiration for today's breakfast because in that game you're able to use your creativity to make whatever kind of game that you want. So we're going to use our creativity to make whatever kind of pancakes that we want. And today we're going to be using a gluten-free pancake recipe that I will be including a link to in my blog. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So what you'll need for today's recipe is 1.5 cups of gluten-free flour, and I'm using one of my favorite blends for pancakes and waffles. I'll be sure to include the ratio for those in the description section below. 1 tablespoon of sugar, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.25 cup of milk, 1 egg, half a teaspoon of salt, and 3 tablespoons of butter. Some tools that you want to use along with this is a griddle pan or electric griddle and a squeeze bottle. So the first thing that we have going on is that I have my griddle pan on medium-low preheating, and we're going to take our gluten-free flour and we are going to add the sugar, salt, and baking powder. And you just want to quickly stir that all together. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add about half of the milk into the flour mix. I like to add about half of the milk in first because it's a really easy way of getting the dry ingredients a little bit wet. I don't like to lead with the egg because I've found that it kind of makes the batter a little bit tougher if you're beating the egg a lot while you're doing the batter. Next we're going to go ahead and add 1 egg. And once the egg is pretty well incorporated, add in the remainder of the milk. And while you're stirring up the batter, take your cup filled with the 3 tablespoons of butter and melt it. Our dry ingredients, our milk, and our egg are well combined, so next we're going to go ahead and add in the melted butter and just stir that all together until it's just combined. You don't want to do a huge amount of stirring because that'll make the batter a little bit tougher, and you'll have a denser pancake. And I really like the texture of light and fluffy happy pancakes. So I've got my butter all incorporated, so I'm going to go ahead and let this set off to the side for about 5 minutes and just let it rest a bit before we go ahead and bake it. Our batter has had a chance to rest, so we're going to go ahead and load up the bottle haphazardly with batter and hopefully not get it absolutely everywhere. If you have a funnel that has a really thick tube, I don't have one, I have one that are all really thin and they're not going to work with a thick batter like this. But if you have some kind of really big funnel or scoop, that's probably a smart thing to use. Oh boy. That is a knife. That will be useless. I'm going to use a spoon that's not this big. Crap. I'm going to use a small spoon in order to transfer my batter into my little squeeze bottle. Oh boy. And oh no. Eee. Oh, no, I'm missing the hole completely. Crap. You know what they say, when life gets messy, deal with it. Nope. Okay. Now that we've got our batter into our bottle, we're gonna go ahead and start making the pancakes. So what you want to do is come up with whatever kind of images, like a Super Mario mushroom or a fire flower or whatever you want to make. And this is a really great opportunity to include your kids in the breakfast process and the food making process and making them fall in love with making things that are homemade and creative and something they really want to eat. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I am going to make a mushroom, a fire flower, and a leaf, which are all Super Mario power-ups. So what we're going to do is, now that our griddle is hot, we're going to go ahead and draw the outline of whatever image we want to make. So the first shape I'm going to make is a Super Mario mushroom, and I'm going to use the batter that we put into the bottle to do all of my outlines, and then after I have my outlines, I'm going to use the batter that I didn't put in the bottle in order to do any kind of solid, darker colors. You just want to let the pancake bake until you start seeing bubbles forming on the top of the batter. That's how you'll know that there are nice, well-formed pockets of air baked into the pancake, and then it will be ready to flip. We got our mushroom down. On to our little flower. And there we have it. We have our Super Mario mushroom and our fire flower. And like I mentioned earlier, it's a super fun way of getting your kids and other family members involved in making your breakfast food and really coming together for a really nice, fun, family-filled Sunday brunch. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and leave comments below for what you want to see next, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!